Hi there, I am Adam Kirbas, and this is episode 5 of my short story Wednesday. I was at home. I am always at home, thinking, thinking about my life, thinking about everything, what might happen. And I was thinking about her, about this woman, about Rosa. I was thinking about whether I would ever see her again, what is meant to be. And some sort, in a way, life felt as if you would have come to a dead end. A feeling that you have which signals you from here on. There is no way further. There is no way forward. You have to get this thing done. Something inside you, a feeling. You know that you cannot go on like this void, this missing inside of you, this demand of all your body, this whole of your body. All these years you have been missing this feeling, and you get curious. You want more. You want to be with her. You want to be with this woman, this mystery which struck you at once. You did not recognize it. You did not reckon with it. It came out of nowhere. And yet it haunts you day and night. I was closing my eyes and I could not get her off me. But I fought the urge, seeing her naked. I didn't want it to imagine her naked, despite the fact that all of me wanted to see her naked, wanted to imagine how her boobs would like, how her vagina would like, how she would stand in front of me naked, how she would be. Would her facial expression change? Would she become a different person? How would we be like during sex? Would we just stare at each other? Say nothing, muteness, silence. All this silence, this muteness, this is haunting me. It was haunting me. I would always imagine the past, my parents, the people around me, my life, silence, muteness, unbearable muteness. How would we act? How would we be standing in front of each other, just staring at each other, naked? Would you feel embarrassed? Would you be embarrassed? Do you have to be embarrassed to show her that you are not doing this every day? Do you have to recluse yourself in silence, cloak yourself in it, maybe to enhance the mystery that cloaks you, that surrounds you? At least you hope that surrounds you, and she cannot penetrate through it, that she cannot see through, that you are embarrassed, that you do not know what to say to her, and that you just stand there in silence, in awe, that you do not know how this came about. You're still struggling to understand. And how would her face be like? The expression, the smile, would it fade? Would it gone away? Would all this be just a mere imagination, nothing more and nothing less? Would I end up being left alone because of muteness, because of silence, because I could not utter a word or two? But what can you say? I walked my days, I walked my nights. I didn't know where to go to. I was still trapped in this border, in this circle around my house. I didn't dare to move it anymore. Not because I feared adventure. No, I feared that I could miss her, that I would miss her, that I would never meet her again, this beauty. I felt trapped. I felt trapped in this one thought, being with her. These lips. I could not get these eyes, these lips out of my head. I wanted to be there, be with her. Again, I went to the supermarket. Again, she was not there. The supermarket became for me even more unbearable, even more despicable, even more arduous, walking through those aisles. Again, no one. Again, I see the emptiness of my life epitomize my life. All what I did not have, all what I was missing at, all the void was laying in front of me. All it came up while I was walking through aisle by aisle, pretending that I would not need this person, pretending I would not need this feeling, just was aiming, walking and steering my feet somewhere I didn't know, somewhere I hoped I would finally arrive to, a goal I had set myself, because before that all these goals were meaningless. They led to nowhere, just a stupid boy. This is how I was, a stupid boy who had a dream, who never realized that this dream wasn't real. Maybe I was missing this. Maybe I was missing this single thought. Maybe. But I did not find anyone in the supermarket. I did not find anyone in these empty aisles. I thought my life was at an end. I didn't saw any reason to continue to live on. How? Would she remain only in my thoughts, only a memory, a fleeting memory, and then all gone? How could anyone live like this? How could anyone reach out in the dark and just reach out for nothing, tap through the dark in the hopeness someone be there, and then it is not. I lay in my bed, and for the first time I felt everything clogged. I felt the walls being too narrow, almost squeezing me, almost pressuring me, almost cornering me. I felt a void in my life. I felt that next to me in my bed something is missing, an empty spot which I had not thought about, which was supposed to be filled by someone, and yet it wasn't. I was about to give up. I didn't think that I would see her again. But then, one fatal day, one day, I did not pray. I did not pray for it, but there she was at the supermarket. I saw her again. This time, her gaze roamed through the market, roamed through the aisle. She was heading for somewhere, and I watched her. I watched her in awe. I watched these graceful legs walking through those aisles like a gazelle, a beautiful creature, light-footed, was heading somewhere, was aiming for somewhere. I watched in awe these beautiful hips swinging from left to right, just fragile. I thought she was fragile, and these hands, they were stroking product. They were stroking new goods in the supermarket, and in her face was a pity, a sadness mixed with bitterness. Maybe she thought she could not afford them. Maybe she thought she could not try them on. I could not fathom. I could not think about it. And I watched her from the winkle of my eyes. I was still scared of facing her because I did not know what to say to her, what to answer to her. What can you answer to such a beautiful creature? Nothing. You just stayed in front of her in front of this formidable beauty, and you just stare, stupidly stare. This is all you can do, nothing else. And I knew that my words would fail me. I knew that I would not bring out any word, any eligible, interesting or intelligent word. I did not want to make an impression that I was a stupid, that I was a moron. I just watched her. I just wanted to smile her. All I wanted at that day was to pass her, just see her. Let these beautiful dark eyes stare into mine. This is all what I craved for. These lips. And maybe I could convince her for a smile. maybe she could bestow on me a smile, just a small smile. And all, this is all what I needed. This is all what I needed to convince me of my happiness. She was there. She was there. I did not expect it. And there she was, walking through the aisle. And maybe for her it was just an ordinary day. I didn't even know which day it was. I did not watch the calendar. I didn't know anything. Maybe for her it was an ordinary day, but it wasn't for me. It was something special. And I watched this beautiful creature walking through and through, searching her way. I could not make up what purpose she had. I did not have any purpose. When I would go to the supermarket, I already knew what I wanted to buy. I would always go in there having made up my mind earlier what I would buy. I would not roam the aisles, but I would roam them, searching for her, finding her, trying to find her. And there she was. She was roaming, she was searching for something she did not find. Like there was something which was not there for her, something special. It could express this beauty, this unfathomable beauty, these dark eyes. Maybe something she could find there, something which could match this beauty. And maybe she could find it. Maybe she could find it in my face, in my appearance. Maybe she could just warm these cheeks, warm her beautiful countenance just for me. And maybe this beautiful face would glow for me just for a while, just for a moment, maybe. I approached her slowly. I didn't want to shriek her. I was scared, actually. I was scared that she would face me frontal. I was scared that when I would stand face to face with her, that she would immediately notice what an idiot I am. That I have lived a dream all these years. That I am still searching for love. That I'm still craving for something other people may have experienced already. I felt I have been missing out on my life all these years. And I didn't want to see her this. I didn't want her to notice it right away. But I thought about the fact that I, up to this day, never really cared about disguising who I am, the purpose. I never thought about it. I never cared about it. In school, this was the last time I was in society. This was the last moment I was there. And I did not care anything about it. And there I was, unprepared, socially, a social hermit. Doesn't know anything about being social, being around other people. Here I was, this asocial person trying to get a glimpse of the beauty, trying to satisfy one's heart, because it was awoken from a slumber, because it understood that it was missing something all this year. I could not recognize myself before. I did never care about anything before. At least I don't remember. I approached life with careless disinterest. I had my own world to live in. And I made sure that no one could ever enter my own world, these walls. I understood I did not build these walls only for my own protection, but as well as protect me from the world outside, so that I would have never a gaze outside it, that I would never see the world outside, the people who are living it, and I could live in my narrow world and have my prejudices and then convince myself that the world outside is not worth pursuing. No, I would be in pursuit of something great, something beyond